everyone? Thanks for joining me here on Straight Up Film Talk with my review of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the much anticipated follow-up to The Amazing Spider-Man, which was incredibly fucking whatever. I was like this the whole time in the movie theater. It's a fucking lizard. Yeah, whatever. Hey, whatever happened to the whole storyline with his dad? It was all over the trailer. What happened to the Red Skull and Captain America the First Avenger? Who knows? That being said, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is an effective, thrilling, fun, furious, good time. However, it is a little bit too long and a little too convoluted. Sony is trying to get on the same level as the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Of course, everybody's been trying to do that. DC Universe, I'm looking at you. They've been trying to expand. Drew Goddard this day, actually today, or maybe it was yesterday, but it was officially announced today that he'll be taking over the Sinister Six movie. The Sinister Six is a very popular crime clan in the Spider-Man and Marvel universe. Sony is trying to branch out and make as much money, essentially, as they can from this Amazing Spider-Man franchise, and this is their stepping stool, and that is one thing I didn't like about the movie. It was used more as a stepping stool for bigger things to come, the whole universe, the whole Spider-Man universe to expand, as X-Men is doing their own thing, too. There was a lot of storylines were being cut in, It's an improvement over The Amazing Spider-Man, and a definite improvement over Spider-Man 3, which was utter shit. However, at times, some scenes just don't feel necessary. The chemistry between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield is top notch. It is incredible. It tugs at every heartstring you have. However, it takes the back seat to the villain's origin story. Of course, you have Electro, played impeccably by the Jamie Foxx. Incredibly entertaining. However, he is more of a secondary villain compared to Dean DeHaan's Harry Osborn, aka the Green Goblin. You would think the studio is playing it safe again by reintroducing a villain that was played by James Franco, still really popular villain, and who doesn't know the Green Goblin? I was really impressed by Dean DeHaan. I find him to be the most redeeming part of the entire film. This man has a lot of big things for him. I loved him in The Place Beyond the Pines, in Chronicle, in Kill Your Darlings, and in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, there's a lot of complaints that he's always playing the whiny, bitchy, emotionally distressed teenage character, but hey, actors play the same roles all the time. Yeah, you got Mickey Rourke playing the same shit all the time. Matthew McConaughey playing different variations of a Southern gentleman these days and winning Oscars for it. All right. But anyways, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 works most with its chemistry, which, like I mentioned before, takes the back seat to all the villain stories. There are some incredible action pieces. The wow factor is magnified by 20. There are some fucking awesome scenes in this movie. However, as I said before, I don't know why studios feel it's cool to have movies with a running time of 2.5 fucking hours nowadays. The Amazing Spider-Man runs at 2 hours and 20 minutes. I know that's not exactly 2.5 fucking hours, but it almost feels like it. The Dark Knight Rises didn't need to be 2 hours and 45 minutes. There's a lot of films out there that don't need to be this long, but the studios just feel, hey man, you know what, fuck it, let's make more time. And I know I'm kind of hypocritical when I'm saying, oh yeah, the movie's a little too long and the rate is 2.5 fucking hours, but it's a different story. And I'm also being hypocritical when I'm saying it's a little convoluted when a film I enjoyed, Cloud Atlas, many of you didn't care to see it, is one of the most convoluted movies of all time. I think it is the most convoluted movie of all time. It still loses me at points. But anyways, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will not disappoint. It will deliver. However, it will feel long for many of you. the excitement is there. It should be there. You guys should be pumped as hell to see this, as I was when I walked into the special screening. Don't ask me if it's better than Captain America: The Winter Soldier, because these are two different movies. The setup for the Sinister Six and the way everything's set up, along with Hans Zimmer's score, is fucking incredible. I am extremely excited for what's to come for the Spider-Man franchise. I just wish they, I just hope it's not as convoluted and as, you know, intricate and bunched up as it was here. The emotion, the part is played excellent by Andrew Garfield. He's really, he's really nailing the parts. Tobey Maguire was a great Spider-Man as well. I know it's open to discussion. However, if it's one thing I have to say about the original Spider-Man trilogy by Sam Raimi, is that J.K. Simmons is irreplaceable as J. Jonah Jameson. No one can replace this man. I wish he was brought back. Even if it's a fucking reboot, I wish they could just bring him back. Definitely check out The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which will be hitting theaters in the U.S. on May 2nd. Probably have midnight shows and 7 p.m. shows, 8 p.m. shows, whatever they do nowadays, because now it's cool to watch it even earlier before midnight, because everyone's got a day job the day after. Check it out. It is a thrill ride. It is incredible. It will feel a little too long, and it will feel a little repetitive at times. Things that can be fixed in the further sequels that will come in this Spider-Man universe Sony has set out. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I give it one of my top levels of recommendation. Not all the way up, but relatively up high.
That's why I'll always be in pain.
Alright, a little new segment I have here in Straight Up Film Talk. I like to call it Midnight Movies, films that you want to have a good time watching them, watch them with a couple of friends at midnight, or watch them alone for all I care. And it's normally, I normally have comedies here, or really fucked up movies that you just have to watch, really weird films, and a lot of bad horror films as well as good horror films. And the inaugural film for my Midnight Movies section for this week is Killer Joe. Killer Joe stars Academy Award-winning actor, I know, weird to say that, right? Matthew McConaughey, along with Emil Hirsch and Juno Temple and Thomas Hayden Church, who play the Sandman in fucking Spider-Man 3, which is horrible. I just have to keep bringing that up. In Killer Joe, Emil Hirsch is a really fucked up kid who is in a lot of debt and a lot of drug troubles, and wants to kill his mom to collect a life insurance policy, and conspires a plan with his father to hire Killer Joe, sheriff who also fronts as a hitman, as a side job to kill his mother. Things don't go right, and it gets really, really fucked up. Not gonna ruin anything else. Definitely check it out if you have a really messed up sense of humor. If you're not sensitive to a lot of violent films, and you're not sensitive to a lot of fucked up humor, definitely check it out. If you liked In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths, I highly recommend it. However, there is a specific scene that's really graphic in this film that involves a chicken drumstick that I don't recommend you watch it if you're easily offended or if you get really queasy at times. Killer Joe, midnight movie, definitely watch it late night. But not least, another segment I'm introducing this week, Under the Radar, films that did just that. They went under the radar, undetected. You may not have heard of them, you may not have seen them, you may have heard of them but didn't go see them. You may see them on HBO or something, but just haven't had enough time to actually watch them. The inaugural film for this segment will be No. No was released back in 2013, starring Gael Garcia Bernal. It pretty much surrounds the 1988 plebiscite in Chile, where dictator Augusto Pinochet was trying to legitimize his regime, and the people had an option to vote either yes, we want this guy and his fucking reign of terror and people disappearing and all this political bullshit for another 8 years, or no, we want a democracy, we want to vote for someone else, we want someone else in power. Garcia Bernal starts as a marketing executive, a top shot marketing executive who's sent to create an advertisement campaign to push the no campaign up against the yes campaign. The no, of course, being the underdog. Everybody is pretty much confident that Augusto Pinochet will remain in power. However, they're in for a big surprise. No is, there's a lot of comic relief in No. It's a great film. It's beautifully shot, directed by Pablo Larraín, sorry about that, who has recently been hired as the director for the new Scarface remake. However you guys feel about that, leave that in the comment section. A fucking remake of Scarface. We'll see how that goes. But that being said, in this film he gets he actually filmed with 80s camera, so that the aspect ratio is a lot different. It really felt old school for me. It really felt really artsy. It felt like a beautiful film because I felt like it was something from the 80s. It didn't feel like it was something that was released, back in 2013. It felt like something that was released back in like 1985 or something. I was watching a cassette the whole time. Real throwback. It's lots of comic relief, but it has the same intensity as any comparable political thriller. It's fun. It's a lot of warm moments in this film, and a lot of a lot of thrilling moments, a lot of gripping moments, all meshed up against this political campaign in the 1988 Chilean plebiscite.
Chile, la alegría ya viene.
Definitely check it out if you guys are in the mood for trying something else, expanding your movie horizons. Well, check out No. It is in Spanish with English subtitles. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like my movies dubbed. I think watching a movie dubbed is fucking horrible. It is a disgrace to the film. If you're going to watch it in its original language. Check out the subtitles. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Straight Up Film Talk. I appreciate all you guys that have been watching all my episodes. Thank you guys very much. You guys are fucking awesome. I'll have more stuff for you guys. Godzilla coming soon, and a bunch of other films to look forward to. Be making episodes every week, sometimes even more than one episode in 1 week. Thank you guys very much, and see you guys later. Indie Rocker 1601 signing out.